Hello and good evening, everyone. As you all may be aware, investors are increasingly at danger from identified theft, false information, and financial news manipulated indeed to deceived markets. It is becoming more difficult to identify frauds as a result of cyber criminals utilizing AI techniques to produce realistic sounding phony papers, voices, and videos. These dangers have the potential to undermine investor confidence, causes financial losses, and erode trust. Therefore, today's session is on rise of AI-driven threats and deepfakes, new challenges for investors by Dr. Sunil Sharma. To introduce Mr. Sharma is graduated from BITS Pilani, postgraduated from IIM Bangalore, PhD in FinTech area from the University of Rajasthan, and postdoctoral studies in certified academic practice at Lancaster University, UK. He has 30 plus years of experience in digital technologies and analytics and is actively involved in deep tech research in the areas of cognitive automation, risk, and operational analytics. He is consulting businesses and VCs and engaged with over 20 ventures in such as MarkTech, FinTech, MedTech, and many others. Now, a short glimpse about NISM. NISM is a public trust established in 2006 by SEBI, the regulator of the securities markets in India. The institute carries out a wide range of capacity building activities at various levels aimed at enhancing the quality standards in securities markets. Now, before beginning the session, I would like to request all the participants to note some important points. First, question will be taken at the end during the Q&A segment. Second, all participants will receive a participation certificate within 3 to 4 working days. Third, the recording of this session will be available on the NISM YouTube channel. Now I request Sunil sir to begin with this session.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is from India, so you are in evening time. Uh, so I just thinking when I was hearing my introduction, this topic is all about the AI-driven threats and the challenges that we are facing. And what I was thinking was that too much of experience in this area is definitely not required. These topics are something new and advanced. So someone who has to relearn what they have learned earlier, and that's what I keep on doing. So I keep on doing research. Now let's keep my knowledge component always as a learner, not an expert. Anyone who says that they are expert into this area, I mean, the possibility is really low because this is an ever developing, growing area. So let's quickly hit our topic and we'll start building discussion. I have opened up my chat window in right hand side, and if you feel if you are unable to unmute, you can post your queries here. I'll be keeping a watch over this. Name of participants is already coming up, so that's not an issue. So I don't require participant list, and I'm just organizing my screens, and it's all done, I think. Okay, so good to go. About NISM, I think it's already been covered. It's a wonderful institute established long back 2006, and the institute carries a wide range of capacity building activities and very impressive courses. I keep on checking the courses availability and so on, and wonderful development happening. It's great to be part of NISM in this initiative. What we are going to do is we are going to sort of have question answers towards the end. The kind of topic list that we have to give a meaningful conclusion within 1 hour. Right? This is a very broad topic, and how we are going to deal with this is we'll start with the introduction of cyber security and cover up some core concepts which are basically important for investors. Cybersecurity can be, again, a very wide topic. So we'll going to limit ourselves to what investor point of view, what care we need to do and understand those aspects. And then our final focus would be around AI-driven cyber attacks. These are new types of cyber attacks which are going to bombard our mobile phone and laptops very soon. Already they are bombarding, and there are deep fake technologies, which is being adopted by hackers. We need to understand, and finally, we'll touch upon what will be the impact, what will be the recent trends and impact, and if we are aware of this, then we are aware of the problems which are going to come. And basically, towards the end of this session, we are also going to touch upon some basic solutions, and to some extent, we'll be able to overcome these threats as we get it. So, best practices, authentication, monitoring, and verification is what we are going to build the discussion over towards the end. Uh, I am sure many of you might be also working executives. So, how to build cyber resilience, and how what kind of audit trails collaboration that we can do in terms of enterprise. So that would be the last topic. But if I'm correct, most of you are from user point of view, investors, those who are interested. I think it will be more meaningful. But still, I'm going to touch upon the enterprise aspect as well. I am already receiving queries. I have a question: isn't the solution compact false information, misinformation regarding investment? You just search the news. Of course, this is a wonderful question. Ritaban Majumdar has expressed that how can these fake news, he's talking about fake news and how these informations can be filtered out. We'll discuss how much of AI and emerging tech one needs to know, AI and new tech. So I'll quickly answer those. LP Joshi, thanks for this question. AI is an ever emerging area, and we have just started uh, the new models which are going to come. They are going to really impact many fields. The one which we are focusing on, so it depends on what level of user you are. If you are a general user, you need to sort of create a content, or where you are utilizing AI. If you are a database expert, maybe you are going to utilize there. If you are a programmer, you are going to utilize AI in that particular space. So this is as far as user is concerned. Enterprise level, again, in which domain we are working. If there is an enterprise which is heavily dependent upon content generation, we have generative AI like ChatGPT and so on. So they will be going for those kind of implementation. We will focus, limit our discussion around what is the AI impact on cyber security, and what, as an investor, we are going to be prepared. So I'll touch upon more questions later on. Let me quickly go on to our further. We are going to take more questions towards the end, as we decided to first cover some of the topics. But keep on adding questions whenever you find something new term, etc. I'll keep a watch on this. If that can be done, answered during the discussion, I will definitely answer it. But otherwise, we are definitely going to spend few minutes towards the end. All the participants, as you know, as coordinators might have announced, they will be receiving a participation certificate. The recording of this session is also available on the NISM YouTube channel. So, along with this housekeeping announcement, let me hit the topic immediately. So, what is cyber security? Cyber security means whatever we are doing digital, whether and we need to protect the digital asset. That means we need to protect our digital identity. We need to protect our digital asset. It can be cryptocurrency. It can be our access to demat account. It can be access to our bank account. It can be the transactional information. Um, That also we need to protect. Sometimes for privacy sake we don't want to expose our information to rest of the world. We don't want to tell what we are doing on internet. So privacy is very very important. But beyond that, as you know, most of the technology companies, social media companies, whatever we are posting on social media is all available in public forum. And can somebody use this data and can start hacking our systems? It is very much possible. Why this is important for investor and financial market? Because financial market and investors is they are operating, and uh, they are dealing with assets. And most of the banking BFSI operation is digital in nature, and that is why protection of our identity as well as privacy, our digital assets and access, this has become very very important, especially for investors, the user category investors, people who are operating in financial market. For them it is going to be very very important. So hackers, for them, it is the best way to hack a bank account and do transaction, hack your credit card account and do the transaction. They can also hack your demat and can do the transactions. Overall, when we talk about cyber security in general, we talk about this CIA. These are some basic things which we are discussing about cyber security. I am very sure that most of you are already aware of cyber security, but we are going to touch upon this thing, and then everyone is on the same platform, and then we are going to build up further discussions over it. So, three key principles are there, which is called CIA. The C stands for confidentiality. If you are noting down, taking notes, etc., you can note down or you can take a screenshot here, but please don't share it on social media. This is a proprietary thing from NISM. So it's better you can take small, quick notes, nothing big to note down, but confidentiality means the information that we are entering into a system, whether it can be a user ID, password. This is level one. Why user ID password is important? Because this is the gateway of your entry into a system. If someone is having access to your user ID password of, let's say, your email account, then they can check out every email and OTP which has been generated on email. So confidentiality, that's what it is important. So all this information that you are doing, your transactions, your email, is very much important that you secure this. Integrity, there can be softwares, hackers might not be just trying to do transaction in your account, but they are just doing a watchful scenario. They have put a program into your mobile phone, or a virus into your mobile phone or your laptop, and they are just capturing the information about what you are doing, and they will keep this information repository handy. They might use it for any other purpose. They might capture your photographs, they can download your videos, and they might utilize it in some other manner which you won't like. So integrity is very important, and people can misuse that information against you. If you are a person, then also it can be misused. If you are a company, then your competitors might misuse that particular information. They would know your invoices, they will know that how you are bidding into a particular project, what rates you are quoting, what is your inventory level, what is your asset management level, and so on. So keeping that information, they are not changing anything, they are not doing transaction from there, they are simply watching and capturing your information. So that is again coming under cyber security. Availability concept, you should understand that people can deny you services. So if you are trying to log in into your bank account, they can deny services for you. They can hack a system, create a problem into your access, and you are not able to avail us services. Similarly, if you are a enterprise, people can create a scenario for you that your services are not available to anybody else. So, giving you a hypothetical scenario, let's say there are two e-commerce companies like Amazon and Flipkart. This is just a hypothetical scenario. This is not exactly Amazon and Flipkart, but just for your clarity, but what e-commerce companies are. Uh, and now there is a big billion sale or something, right? So a company A can create a scenario for company B where their website is not opening or their app is not working and it is always getting crashed during that particular during the big billion sale days. Now, 2 3 days this sale is there, or it can be for one single day or few hours. And if your services are not available, who is going to get benefited? It is your competitor who will get benefited. You are not going to purchase from company A, but you will purchase from company B because that service is not available. So these things are again possible that the availability of services can be challenged. So with these three principles of CIA, most of the cyber attack is built around these. Now coming to some kind of common phishing threats, uh, one is called phishing. The name comes from the phishing exactly, but here the spelling is phishing, phishing, which means you are creating a scenario, a lucrative scenario. The way we catch a fish, we first offer a bait, and then the catches the bait, uh, becomes greedy to capture it, and they are caught into that particular hook. The same thing is done here. So people are going to send you a message. The hacker sends you a message. You have won a lottery, or there is a refund coming up from income tax, and so on. And it can be any other thing, right? They can also give you a threaten you, saying that there was something which we got into your parcel, which is in your name, and it is your Aadhaar card and phone number is linked to that particular parcel, and you are digitally arrested through the video call, and then they will offer you that your bank accounts will be frozen after a half an hour. Uh, and since we know that you might be not a culprit person, so we give you an opportunity to transfer your fund into another account, an escrow account, which government of India account or something, and you can transfer your money into that particular account. It will be not frozen. Whenever you want, that can be replaced back into your bank account, same bank account from where you have transferred. Like these stories, they are going to build. So these stories and threat and so on, and making you a offer where you become greedy and basically foolish to think about that particular offer, and you click on certain links, and then either your mobile phone is hacked or your transactions then they are executed, and you pass on your OTPs also uh, because they are saying so. These are certain common threats which we normally hear. Mm, Most of the people I meet and inform them about these threats, they are already aware of. But think about uh, senior citizens who, or anybody else, anyone who is not aware of these particular social based cyber attacks, phishing attacks. Please inform your friends and relatives about it, because now you have become knowledgeable. You are going through this particular session. Take it as a social project, take it as a social activity in your life. And the reason why I'm telling you that there are a lot of vulnerable people into our society, especially senior citizens who are not very tech savvy, and they can trust anybody and so on. Whenever they go to ATM, they can even pass on their debit card for people to sort of use it, and anybody can get their ATM pin, etc., and so on. So please socialize and sensitize people around you, whether they are your friends and family or you find your neighbors who are vulnerable, you please inform them. So there are two types of enterprise point of view. One can be an insider threat as well, where the company employees are only involved into uh, the attack procedure because they are aware of the user ID, password, and so on. They are aware about the processes of the company. So there is an internal insider threat as well within an enterprise, and obviously there is an external attack which is attempted by a hacker from outside. Now, these hacker can be situated anywhere. They can be either within your city, or they can be in any other city, other state, or they can be abroad. And catching them is not that easy. It takes a lot of time to digitally identify their location. Then there are procedures, protocol, how who is going to arrest them if the physical location and the person is identified. It again takes a lot of time. So eventually, what happens is the biggest problem that we are facing in cybersecurity is the total time that it takes to catch a cyber criminal, and then the total action, the time that we take to do the action. It is slightly giving advantage to a hacker. By the time the police reaches there, they might have changed their location, or they might have extracted that money from the bank accounts, and they might have run away. So right now, this is the scenario. So the best way to avoid cyber attack is to be careful, to have that protection, and to be very vigilant about your activities on internet. So going forward, what I'm going to discuss is what is this first level protection that we should be able to do. And if that is your strongest point, then probably no hacker can hack you, right? Rest of the things, that what happens after hacking and so on, real, if you ask me, there is a very limited, scope where the money can be recovered. Obviously, we have these regulatory bodies, we have cyber cell which works day and night, but I think the first responsibility lies with the users, and that's how we will be able to protect uh, cyber criminals attacking and taking advantage of the scenario. Okay, so let me quickly go through the AI-driven cyber threat. We are on time. I have just noted down the time I should take on each slide. AI is artificial intelligence, and this is a technology which is just like fire. As we say, fire can be a good servant but bad masters, right? If AI takes over the process, uh, it becomes a big challenge for us to take control of it. And the one simple reason why it will be challenging to take control of AI, because we want to automate things, right? So it is something like we want to automate driving a car. So it's a self-driving car, it's an autopilot car, and n number of things can go wrong in that particular scenario. It's all based on AI and machine learning, and the car is now uh, fully in control of AI. So if something goes wrong in AI, and if the AI becomes faulty, as a user who is sitting in that particular car, the person will have very limited control of that particular scenario. Or there might be a kill switch that you can kill the AI part and the car can become manual. But as you know, when you are driving on a road, uh, this kind of liberty of time is not there. So taking example from there and linking it with cyber threat, we have a lot of processes which might be now AI driven. And if we have an attack on our AI during the learning stage, during the learning phase, or it can be during the operation, many things can be controlled by AI, and we will have no control over it. Even if we will know that this is something going wrong, and taking control back and reinstalling the previous processes, the manual processes, might take a lot of time. It can become a very cumbersome exercise. So there are two aspects of this, that somebody tries to hack my own AI. If I'm running an AI into my mobile phone, and if somebody can start manipulating my AI. It is a similar thing, like I have an operating system which is like Windows, or it can be operating system, and anybody who's Linux, or it can be a Mac OS. If somebody is trying to control that operating system, they will be able to control all my programs that is there into my computer, laptop, or it can be, if somebody takes control of my Android system, they will be able to take control of my mobile phone. So it is a similar thing where we are giving a lot of liberty to AI to control things, to automate things for us. And if somebody is able to attack that, that is going to create a problem. The second aspect is the hacker themselves might be using AI technology, the AI and machine learning, and then they can do very sophisticated attack. So earlier, if you are aware that hacking is not an easy job, right? Otherwise, everyone would be a hacker, including me. Right? So it is a very tough job to do. You require really very good skill set in order to become a hacker, especially the technology oriented hacker who is from a remote location, can hack any machine and so on. It is not very easy. Uh, so to crack somebody's user ID password, they will spend a lot of days, months, and sometimes even years in order to crack that one particular machine. Now, this machine might belong to a key person, founder of a big company, or a managing director, and so on. So hackers spend a lot of money themselves, uh, in terms of millions of dollars, in order to create advanced hacking attempts, right? Now, if they are creating a hacking attempt for a person like me, obviously, they cannot spend a lot of money because they'll not get anything from me. But suppose there is a person who is a managing director of a very large multinational company and so on. The hackers would like to invest into the technology which they are able to crack that key person, VVIP person's systems. So the amount of money and the level of technology to involve into that particular cyber attack is tremendous. Now the issue is, with the availability of AI and machine learning, even normal hackers, they can attempt these high level attacks. That means the availability of technology is becoming much easier, cost effective for them, and they can automate these phishing attacks. They don't have to physically be located at one place in order to do these particular attack. They can run from the attacks can run from distributed machines across globe. And these kind of new scenario where the technology is now available, AI/ML machine automation technology is available, the level of vulnerability that a man can have is tremendous, because earlier the sophisticated attack was done only on VVIP person, but now these kind of attacks can also happen at a common man level, right? Because now the cost of that technology has come down. So these are the two aspects which AI has brought it. And one example which I have mentioned here is that AI can generate emails that can mimic trusted contacts. And AI is so careful, so mastermind in this particular game. They can fool any investor, so they can show that they can figure out how NISM, for example, is sending you an email, right? You are attending this webinar here, and the hacker would know that you attend NISM webinar. So what they are going to do next time, they are going to generate an email which will exactly look like an email coming from NISM. It will be using the same color scheme. It is going to use the same language and jargons and so on. And it is now going to send you a link saying that there is another webinar which is coming up, or you can download your certificate from here, or you won a lottery because you attended an NISM seminar and so on, and you fall into clicking that particular link. Now, this was earlier a very sophisticated attempt. I'm just giving you a hypothetical scenario. I'm not scaring you from the emails of NISM, but this is the reality, right? We have to be very careful from where you are receiving an email, what is the origin of the email and message, and then whether you should be clicking that particular link or not. Similar thing they will do from your bank account. Okay, maybe NISM emails, you might not open it, right? But if there is an email coming from directly from your bank account service provider or credit card service provider, you will be happy to simply click it and see what is happening there. You've got a special refund. Click on this link, you'll get the details. You will simply click because you are feeling lucky that how from where this money has come, right? So AI can generate messages which look like. So this is what we are going to discuss when we are going to discuss the deep fake part. Malware point of view, AIML can also be used to do programming. So the hackers who are very poor into programming, they will get an advantage. They will be able to run codes without having much expertise by using AI and machine learning, which can be used to create sophisticated softwares and algorithms, which were only possible by experienced hackers and experts. Now, a normal hacker will be able to do this. So this has become a traditionally, challenge now because they have the latest technology available to them. So with this, let's see what is deepfake. As far as terminology is concerned, deepfake is a tech which can replicate. I have already given you example of emails and messages, but deepfake can be also utilized to generate either an image or audio or a video. And this is primarily generative AI technology. Generative AI technology is those who are not following through the development in AI, and to them, I just trying to explain the term. Many of you might be aware of these terms, but since this is a diversified group, we have some experts. We also have people from different fields. Uh, so to help them out to understand certain terms, I'm trying to explain. Uh, So generative AI is going to generate using the machine learning models. The algorithms, they are very nicely trained so in such a way that it is able to generate a very uh, realistic image or video or audio and so on. Now the applications can be huge, right? Which were not possible earlier. Uh, Now these things are possible. So somebody can generate a different QR codes. Somebody can generate different websites. Uh, Somebody can generate a lot of posters which they will then float through WhatsApp messages, etc. And these pictures, they might have a link, or as soon as you click that image to see, it will download an APK, kind of software which can infect your mobile phone. It can infect your laptops. Secondly, the replication of audio and video. So hacker can also do that social engineering based frauds. So you might receive a call from some number, and from other side you can hear your spouse or your daughter or son talking, or your parents talking, and they are saying, I'm stuck up here at this particular mall or junction, or I have to give a challan, and my mobile is lost or my purse is lost, just transfer this money on this particular number from where I am calling, and so on. Now this will be so real, you won't be able to sort of figure out. And when you receive a call like this, a panic call like this, you are really worried about your near dear ones, and you might make that mistake of misidentifying, the person you know. And this is very realistic. So this happened to me as well. I received a message, audio message from one of my friend in US, and he was asking about some immediate money to be transferred. But unfortunately, the hacker was not aware that I'm like in a daily terms calling and messaging my friend twice in a day, and nothing of that sort was happening in his life. And he said that it is really do and die situation. If I'm not going to pay this amount, I might end my life or something like this. And so I messaged back that, yeah, please go ahead. I'm not satisfied with our friendship. Please go ahead and end your life. So that's what the hacker received from me, and me and my friend were laughing about that particular scenario. That how come you say something like this? You are not serious. So coming back to what can be done in a synthetic way, there has been the number of incidences which are happening using deepfake is tremendous. So I'm going to touch upon a little bit upon the precautions that we need to do. But one clear-cut precaution which I would say at this point of time, one is don't click on the links and pictures that you receive from unknown numbers. Secondly, don't pick up a video call from any unknown number. Also, whether it is an audio mobile audio call or a video call, especially video call, you should not be picking up, because what they are going to use is they will capture your video, and they will use your video in order to create another doctored video, edited video, and then they will try to blackmail you, saying that this video exists with us, and they will give you a sample, and if you are not going to, and they will, before that they will hack all your social media profile and so on. So it's a very elaborated effort that they do, and this is again coming up from deepfake. Another example, a corporate example. So one of the global company, I'm not naming that company here, but that news you can find out over internet anywhere. They lost 25 million, and a deepfake video was floated, which was and a CFO authorized that particular transfer. That please transfer this amount immediately. I am from I'm the CEO of the company and so on. And the CFO, since he received that video call, and the person was he identified as the CEO, and he transferred this amount to that particular account. I mean, this happened to a very big company. Investor point of view, we need to sort of understand there are fake calls, video messages which will appear legitimate coming from experts into experts of security market, but then this is what is going to happen. Now, talking to some very relevant points about investors, what they should be doing, we have around 20 minutes with us. So, high value transactions, sensitive data, there can be AI enabler attack, social engineering attack. People are going to offer you that you will get immediate return in these days. You please check out my account, and all those accounts, transaction detail, etc. They are generated by generative AI, and they are not real. And too many of such information keeps on floating during the market hours, and that can trigger market manipulation. So although our regulators, SEBI and so on, and the CBSC, they are using the technology to identify market making movements uh, coming out of fake news and so on, and but the control that we are able to do in a real time basis is little less, as you know. So we as an investor has to be very careful, although our regulators are trying hard and adopting best of the technologies, but still I think we have to be very careful. And and so we will be careful about this, and we have to be careful. So we buy. There are a lot of checks and balances which we need to do, and we will be taking care of into a couple of slides where there are a lot of suggestions for the investors. Okay, going next. So, what has changed from previous era to new era? One, ransomware APIs vulnerability. API is the application protocol interface where you are able to connect with programming interface, where it connects one computer system to another system. These are vulnerable, and any hacker who hacks these will get an advantage of getting this information. Regulator point of view, world is now already connected, and a lot of governments they are working towards AI governance. So cyber security compliances they are keeping it mandatory. International and national laws are there which are making our system robust. Financial firms they are always in pressure in order to do those kind of compliances. But good thing is that especially in India, most of the regulators and BFSI companies they are having a very good resources. They definitely understand the risk involved and they keep on updating themselves. Future challenges, autonomous AI malware is what? Because one hacker used to spend 1 hour to attack maybe 10 people. Now, with the advent of AI, this number can become like thousands and millions. So, the overall volume of malware attack is going to be very huge. We have recently done a research where we have found that the overall attack from 2004 to 2025 it will be roughly around 70x. That means if we had 1 crore cyber attacks last year, this year it can cross 70 crore. So this is the 70x figure which is going to come, and by June and so on, in 6 months, we have already seen that it is crossing even that number. So the number of attacks are going to increase, the number of disinformation, deepfake information, and so on. This is going to be increased further because of the availability of AI and machine learning technology to the hackers. Some basic tools, and these are very important tools. So please don't use a very simple passwords now. That time has gone, where we used to put our marriage anniversary or date of birth as password or something like that. Please don't do it. Always create a strong password. Secondly, create a multi-factor authentication. Nowadays, there are multi methods through which you are able to authenticate. Don't use a single authentication method. That era is gone. If you are having authentication level, single layer authentication level on your email account, please immediately go and create a multi-factor authentication. If there are four options available for multi-factor, you please apply for all four. Don't go for two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication can still be challenged. So if you are using user ID password, then you are using biometric, and then you are using a PIN, and there also you are using a authenticator app. So these three, four good possibility. And then if you are using all four, then obviously the life of hacker will be very tough to crack all four. Cracking one will be very easy, cracking two will be 10 times hard, cracking three will be 100 times or 1000 times harder, but cracking four in sequence in a short time will be really impossible for a hacker going for. So whenever you see that multi-factor authentication is available in either in your demat account or your personal bank account, third is your email account. All these three accounts should be having a multi-factor authentication. And wherever you can, which is important information for you, please have it. Secure browsing habit, please inform everyone. First of all, you stop clicking every image that you receive in your WhatsApp and anywhere else or Insta. You should be only following those trusted resources. Secondly, if you are trusting your friend might be making a mistake, forwarding a message from somewhere. So it is not about trusting your friend, but it is also trying to understand that your friend can also make a mistake. Uh, so you have to be very careful. And obviously, from anonymous, or if you don't know any person, those people sending you a message or a video call or audio call, you should be using some kind of blockage system that you don't attend those calls. That's all. Don't try that. Okay, I am very conscious. I know this is a fake call. Let me try it. Please don't attempt that. So even you should not be attempting those. Secondly, inform all your friends and family about the fake calls being generated by AI/ML, and you can give a passcode to your family members. For example, to my family members, I have told them that if you receive a call from me, and I might be asking for a credit card information or CVV OTP. I normally do, like, I forget things easily, and sometimes I'm doing transaction or I require money. I might be using my wife's account or son's account for doing transaction. So I might request them, can you just give me a OTP and I want to do this transaction. So this is a regular thing in our family, right? Asking OTPs over phone. But interestingly, what we have done is when I call my son, he will ask me for a secret code, and that secret code is a secret code. I won't be able to reveal it here. And so even if it is the voice looks like my voice and the phone looks like emerging from my mobile phone, but still they verify asking that particular secret code. And once that code, I say that this is the code, then they might give you, okay, you try this thing. And if you try this thing, I think multi-factor authentication, as well as any kind of secret code, or the way hacker will not know that particular aspect of your life. It can be a secret question, or it can be a secret word, or something which you have shared with your family as a secret code. This is going to protect you from AI and machine learning, audio, video based attacks, which are going to be there. Having said this, there is no foolproof system. Uh, these are smart things to do, which definitely hackers will have tough time to crack it, and you basically are ruining their life, whatever best technology they might be having. But if you are protecting yourself, you're not using pirated software, you are not clicking on any link that you receive, and you have multi-factor authentication, and then you have these basic things like secret code. I think you will be saved from these attacks most of the time. One last point here, I think data backup strategies. Sometimes our data is lost, and you should definitely have a very robust data backup strategy where you will be able to recover your lost data. So, enterprise level, they have very good backup strategies, and the same you can apply at an individual level as well. Also, please don't store your passwords into your Google Drive or email or anywhere, because if it is digitally available and if the hacker has got access to your email ID, obviously they will have access to all your password. So don't become too smart or careless here that you are saving all your passwords digitally at one place. You should not be doing it. Uh, so these careful things you can maintain. Now, last point here, what happens if there is already a cyber fraud? You get to somebody attacks you or somebody steals money from your bank account, your demat account has been challenged. There is a helpline number called 1930. You can note down 1930. It's a cybercrime helpline. They are going to help you. If you are very digitally savvy and you are able to put your complaint, then there is a cybercrime.gov.in. That website is there. Uh, if the bank is involved, so if your credit service provider is involved and your bank is involved, if you just inform them immediately, they can stop the transaction. So always keep the numbers, customer care number, or if you have a relationship manager number, uh, no one can transfer the money if immediately you inform them. Right? This becomes challenging if you are sleeping, and then it becomes challenging, right? So, for example, one of my credit card, there is a hacking attempt always happening between 2 to 4, and the relationship manager I know. So I have requested that any transaction emerging into this particular during night time, please don't allow into my credit card, and they have done this facility for me. So it is a high value transactions normally. It's an international credit card from bank abroad, not Indian bank. So they have already done that. Lastly, there is a new development happening, which is called E0 FIR initiative. This is mainly for transaction more than 10 lakhs, and presently the pilot was limited to Delhi, and soon this is going to be implemented in countrywide. So basically, what it is an initiative by Indian Crime Coordination Center (IFOCS), and there's a fast process of raising the complaint related to cybercrime. So you can note down E0 FIR initiative. This is going to be rolled out in entire country very soon. So with this, I think we have ended. And if you have any queries, let me know. Let me quickly check one or two questions from coming up here. Rita Ben Majumdar, we have already answered. Joshi, I have already answered. Mahek is a law student and legal perspective. So, Mahek, there is a lot of regulation-based technologies which are AI/ML based. You can look into those aspects. If you have a course in RegTech as an elective in your law graduation or post graduation, whatever you are doing, please take that. Otherwise, you can look into some good certification around RegTech, which includes AI/ML discussions as well. Amit Joshi, how digital asset is possible when the funds will be called in the bank account? How come to the culprit cannot be caught as if the accounts are seeded? Yes, so there will be Aadhaar based transactions. You can always lock your Aadhaar, never keep it open. So just download one app called My Aadhaar, and there is a section there, and you can simply lock your Aadhaar. That means nobody can use your Aadhaar card number to do transaction. This is, I think, most important thing. This was not mentioned into my screen in my sessions, but thank you for this question, Amit Joshi. You can always lock your Aadhaar and biometric also you can lock. And the advantage is now whenever you want to use your Aadhaar, you can unlock it using that OTP, and they will unlock it for you, and you will be able to use. After the use, please lock it again. This is the wonderful thing where Aadhaar based transactions can be immediately stopped. Okay, then Aditya said, please teach complex topics. Aditya, it is since we had a diversified group, some of the advanced topics I have already touched upon. And if you are aware of all the topics, kudos to you. You are fully aware of. Thank you so much. So, Dr. Manuvalan, his participation for progress, amazing presentation. Thank you so much for nice words. Uh, and I think I have covered content created using AI is available to everyone. Yes, this is a big issue, Mr. Joshi. Uh, we need to identify. We need to use certain tools which can identify fake message generations. If you are an enterprise receiving lot of queries, for example, in order to find out whether it is being generated by a fake server or something, we need to deploy certain technologies. So this can be done easily. So thank you. There are so many thanks and so on. Thank you so much. With this, I end my session here right on time at 5. It was wonderful audience. Coordinator, you can take over.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. I would like to extend a heartfelt thanks for taking time and speaking at the webinar. Your presentation, knowledge, and expertise as well, insight and expertise truly made our session meaningful and impactful. Thank you again, sir, yeah, for your time and knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, sir. Now we can end the session.